Okay, guys, we are back after a couple days of bad mishap for me. One, my Turtle Beach, which is what I'm using to record with, broke. I fixed it, and then my computer yesterday broke. The RAM in it got fried, and I had to get a new stick. I'm down 1 gig of RAM, but I can still run this game pretty well. So let's get on with it. No. Apparently, I'm a derp. So you're gonna get to watch all this again. But it'll give me a chance to explain some things. Because I've been asked to explain some things about my talent trees and all this. So this video, after I kill this bastard. Okay.
It is begun.
Please don't hit me, please don't hit me. It's taking everyone so long.
I shall do
There we go, that'll take him out. Good God, Alistair's dead. But I took him down, damn it. Hey, I'm sorry, I breathe hard, I know.
Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Thought my inventory was full. Okay, it must now be full. Okay, we need to go light this signal.
it. It shall be done.
And I should level. Y'all saw that cutscene. Duncan and Kalen both die in an epic fight against the Darkspawn. And Terran gains a douche and pulls out.
Ah, your eyes finally opened. Mother shall be pleased. Back in the wilds, of course. I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and I have just bandaged your wounds. You are... How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's... Those
Yes,
he
I'm skipping
abandoned were
this.
massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well. He is outside by the fire.
Resilient. Okay. Let me go through all these. Strength. It basically lets you do way more damage, and it's basically gives you better active melee attacks. It's good for warriors. The texture, agility, you can dodge things. If you're an archer, it helps. Dual wield, it helps. Also, if you're using a shield, it helps. Willpower. That gives me a higher magic pool. That way I can cast way more spells. It basically lets me go for a good long time. For anyone else, like warriors or rogues, it gives stamina for combat techniques and special attacks. Magic, it basically gives me way more damage with my spells, and it also determines how effective all these potions and things are on me. Cunning, that is a mainly rogue thing, but it's good to get all kinds of skills and stuff. So yeah, it's mainly for your skills. Constitution is your health. That's good. Now, these are specializations. In DragonAge Origins, you can choose 2 by the end of the game. Okay, shapeshifter, as it shows, you can switch into animal forms. You can be a spider, a bear, a dire bear, and something, I don't remember the last one. It gives you mastery, which makes all the forms better. Okay, Spirit Healer, basically what it says, you can heal a lot better. Arcane Warrior. You basically wield a sword, and your magic skill determines, like, instead of strength to wear armor and stuff like that, your magic does that, and it's really good. It basically lets you go through and just hack and slash everything as a mage, and still cast spells. Blood Mage. You've seen the powers of a Blood Mage. But yeah, basically, you can turn people's minds, things of that nature. It's nice, and in my opinion, it's better than either Spirit Healer or Shapeshifter for how I play. So Arcane Warrior and Blood Mage are going to be the two specs that I go, but you have to discover these specializations either through a companion that has them, or certain things in the quest lines. Right now I'm going to get my magic up to be able to get higher level spells. Okay. These are your skills. Corrosion. That's like, basically if you've played any other RPGs, it's your persuade skill in like KOTOR, for example. Things like that. It lets you get better dialogue chances and stuff. Stealing, exactly what it says, you can steal stuff. Trap making, you make traps, like bear traps and things. You've seen them laying around variously. They've hit me a few times. Survival, you can detect things, you can detect enemies that are nearby, stuff like that. Herbalism, you've seen, you can make potions, higher levels let you make better potions. Poison making, you can make poisons, like the acidic flasks and things I have that I've been picking up. Combat training, it just basically helps with different things for your combat, like level 1. Mages can take more damage from attacks before it interrupts their spell casting. This is just for me, mainly. Mages can take more damage from attack before it interrupts their spell casting and gain a bonus to mana regeneration. Mages can take more damage from attack before interrupting their spell casting, yet again. And the Master, mages can take more damage before it interrupts their spell casting, yet again, which is always nice for me. There's also tactics slots, which are good. It lets you be able to put more tactics, like you've seen in the last video. I was looking on Alistair to make him a tank. Yeah, okay. Now I'll go through my spells that I have right now. As a mage, you have these basic spells, which would be Arcane Bolt. You've seen that. Arcane Shield, it basically puts a shield around that defends you. Staff Focus, it gives you bonus damage from basic attacks, so yeah. Arcane Mastery, it grants a permanent boost to spell power. Flame Blast, that's just like Shock or Cone of Cold. It just shoots out an arc. Flaming Weapons, it works just like Frost Weapons. Fireball, it's an area effect knockdown. It's basically like these, or that, and that, but it casts, I think, it has a cast time, but it's not that long. Compared to Inferno, which is exactly like Tempest, but a giant fire tornado. Okay. Rock Armor, it gives you better defense. Stone Fist, it'll break things, it'll shatter them. If they're frozen, you can instantly shatter them. Earthquake, basically it's an area of effect just like Tempest and Blizzard and Inferno. Petrify, I've never used this spell, but it actually immobilizes things and you can shatter them. Cone of Cold, like you've seen, it's an arc effect. Blizzard, it's a big blizzard area of effect. Chain Lightning. You've seen Chain Lightning in games before. Basically, it's really powerful in the first enemy you cast that, and it jumps around to his friends. Creation, it has the healing spells, which are actually rather good. The normal heal, it'll just basically heal a little bit. Rejuvenate, that helps give energy and stamina and stuff, like its regeneration. Regeneration actually accelerates health regeneration really fast. And Mass Rejuvenation, it increases mana and stamina regeneration. Okay. These are basically things that they're buffs for your party that'll help out. these are glyphs. They're basically little traps that you can throw down, and when people run into them, it does what it says, like paralyze. It'll paralyze them. Spell Wisp. It's a buff, and it basically gives you, spell power. Grease. Yeah, a little trap on the ground. Spell Bloom. That gives mana regeneration and Sting Swarm. Spirit. Spell Shield that has a chance of pretty much absorbing any spells into the Shade. What's wrong with me? Dispel magic and dispel buffs from friendly targets and enemy targets both. Anti-magic ward. It wards people against spells. Anti-magic burst. This burst of energy dispels all magic effects in the area of friendly fire possible. Mana drain. You drain mana from a target. Mana cleanse. That way you can sacrifice your own mana and nullify the mana of enemies in the area. That's a good one. Spell Might. The caster overflows, making spells more powerful, but expending mana rapidly and suffering a penalty to mana regeneration. That's for like one hits. Mana Clash. Okay, so that does massive damage, but also hurts you too. Okay, you've seen my Walking Bomb. Virulent Walking Bomb is basically the same as this, but it spreads to all the other enemies around. Animate Dead. It summons a skeleton minion. Mind Blast is just a little area of effect that hurts people. Force Field summons a barrier around the target. Telekinetic Weapons. That basically it works like the frost weapons or flame weapons. Crushing Prism is a really good ability. It'll just lock them in a place and immobilize them, and it hurts them. It's really good. Entropy. These are like basically curses and things on people. These are also like you place these on the grounds, people walk in them. Yeah, it's not good. Like, these are still more negative things towards the enemies that can hurt them and make them go crazy. Drain life. Yeah, death magic. Basically all this is just for mainly damage and almost an evil way. So yeah. And for me, I'm going to get my Cone of Cold. Man, because I don't believe Chain Lightning's that useful. I know that was a long bit of trying to tell y'all about it, but, it's going to benefit. Alistair.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm sorry I breathe really loud, people. It's just
If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not? Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
I'm gonna do
By
2
ourselves.
big long videos today.
No Grey Warden has ever defeated a Blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back. Not to mention... I don't know how.
How to kill the Archdemon, or how to raise an army? It seems to me those are 2 different questions, Have the Wardens no allies these days?
I don't know. Duncan said that the Grey Wardens of Orlais had been called, and Arl Eamon would never stand for this, surely. I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help. Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you. The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none? The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them. Such a shame. What? You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears. Have I no say in this? You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these 2 must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I
understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours. From the way he glares, I imagine that answer is clear.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Well, let's go. Lothering. I don't know how long I took during that, but hopefully I can cut this at a good time when I do.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Burn! Alistair looks badass right there. Oh, they think they're cool. We'll set it right there.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Barbaria like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Dark Razor.
Woo!
Hey, Alistair's leveling up. Let's get that strength up, old boy. Oh, wait. I might as well explain some of these. These specializations are different too. Templar, which is what he is, they're good at interrupting magic and things. Berserker, they rely on rage, which also kind of drains their health a little bit. The more low on health they get, the more damage they do. Champion, they're good at buffing their party, making you do better. Reavers, basically almost like a blood mage, but warrior version. Cut yourself up and rape the fuck out of everything. Alistar. Let's get a tactic. No, that's not tactics. That's tactics. Need defender. Might as well check out Morgan's here. What's her tactics set on? War dog. Yeah, tactics are your best friend. Yeah, I finally get a store where I can sell all my shit. Though I do believe the first thing I'm going to do is the 2 DLC for this game. That one, which is there, and there. I think it was there. It might have been up more.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
This guy's an idiot.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
More
Oh, I lost my mouse.
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all. Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
No, you died. That's all you deserve.
I'm not going down without a fight.
No, you're pretty much
I
dead.
shall do it.
Our skill has won the day.
Yes, I know. My inventory is full. Shut up, game.
Well, there it is. Lothering.
pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
But how can I? He is right there, speaking, eyes wide like those of a brainless calf.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them? There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first. I can give you directions, if you like. He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is. Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the Chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first Enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tanlo Gain might have to say about it. Then you have a plan. Fair enough.
My first plan is to get to a damn store.
You there. If you're looking for... move on if you can. Lothering's lost. Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend. Best of luck wherever you might go. I'm just here to keep watch.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the...
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman? I'm not the only one with some business sense.
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these...
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those...
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you...
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man. Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly...
A fine sentiment, if...
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Ha! Serves that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes? only you. This way, and beware the urchins.
Oh man, I'm going to make so much money right now. Wait. I'll keep my lyrium.
The Chanters are still operating their board. Now that's dedication.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her? Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us! My family, my clan, those creatures, some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn! I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off. She had hair the same color as yours.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. Our courage. But there's nothing we can do. Why is this happening?
Your king is dead! There is no hope!
Well guys, I'm sorry about my phone. Give me a second. Sorry guys, we're back. I just walked inside.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not... Yes, my lady? Who might you be? I see. I am Ser Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case. I cannot open... It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can travel safe. Greetings, Grey Warden. What can I do? Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off? All of them.
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so far.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your... If it in... No. Unless there's something else you need. Travel safely, and may the make...
Woo!
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. What? And you have his locket? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of... With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his... Thank you again.
Okay.
And when the Maker spoke, the chant of light.
Oh yeah, that was real awesome set of
Let
supplies.
those who cry out from the shadows come.
But guys, I think I'll end this one here. Sorry for that interruption. I'll see you in the next one.